Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? It's a beautiful, sunny, but a little bit of cold day, so that you all know the weather. I always give you the weather forecast in case you don't see outside, or in case if you are not in Hungary when you are watching this, like Shuji is doing usually. But anyway, it's a beautiful day to burn our shoulders a little bit, or actually quite a lot. Sunny there too. Good news. All right. So if you are with us, comment something, say hi to us, tell us how you feel. And just after this usual 1 minute of delay, which I like to give, so if someone wants to join live, then after that I will start to brief the workout. Hi, Julie. Yeah. How long did you run, Kyle? I mean, how long? What was your distance? What I mean to ask here. 7 miles. All right. It's nice interval work. So lower body is fine for today, I guess, for you. So it's time to burn the upper body as well. All right. So what we are going to do here is a lot of single arm presses. Now we'll demonstrate the movements. The first movement will be single arm strict press. It looks like this. If you have a kettlebell, it almost looks like the same. I showed it the last time, but try to have the kettlebell here, and you remember, try to not open the elbows, try to keep it close to have your shoulders safe. So basically kind of the similar movement. The next movement will be the push press, dip, drive, and press. And the third movement is the push jerk, dip, drive, jump, under. All right. These are the three movements we have. We have 40 repetitions of each, which means 20 each arm. It's not necessarily in the workout brief that you need to do an equal amount of repetitions, but I would like that you do. So it means 20 strict presses, after that 20 push presses, after that 20 push jerks. How you can split it up is completely on you. So you can do 20 on each arm, 20 on the other arm, 10, 5, 3, whatever you want to do. So altogether it's 120 repetitions. But as I'm sure you saw it, we have a twist. Whenever you lower your equipment below your shoulder level, you need to put it down completely, and you need to stop, and you need to do 3 burpee complexes. All right, before we go into the burpee complex, I want Nea to show how you can change effectively so that you can rest one arm while the other is working without earning the burpee penalty. One option could be that you are changing your arms while on the top. So she completes a repetition, changes on top, put it down, and continue with the other arm. So if you change like this, you don't need to do the burpee penalty. Also, you can lower it back to your shoulder and somehow swipe it through in front of your neck, put it on the other side, and then continue again without doing the burpee. A third option could be if you just lower it back to your shoulders, but you think it's too hard, so you basically put it down next to your hip and you change it like this, put it up back. This is what will make you do a burpee penalty. All right, so shoulder level, if you stay up and you exchange like here, you'll be fine. If not, then you will do the burpee penalty. Basically, there are 2 ways to approach this workout. One is I would call the smart way. So you know yourself, you know the weight, you kind of add some accumulative fatigue on your shoulders, and you say that, all right, I will do sets of whatever you choose, and then you will actually plan the burpee penalties in your workout. So let's say that you think that you can do 5 and 5 with each arm, but after that you would be too tired to continue the strict presses. Then you say to yourself that, all right, I'm going to do 4 sets of 10 on the strict presses, changing after 5, and you suck up the burpee penalty. It goes with any number. This is one way to do it. Probably normally I would be this guy that plans ahead and try to count in the burpee penalties that I will do. But there is another option, is basically to go full send, and you go as far as you can with the goal to finish it without a single burpee penalty, which is quite optimistic, I know, but it can be a fun thing that you go, I don't know, until 60 reps without a problem, and then you have to break up every 5. Who knows? So full send is probably the way to go today if you are brave. What I want you to be smart with is actually how you break up each arm, because if you do too many repetitions with one arm, then it will probably fatigue you more. On the other hand, it might be a little bit of awkward to change after every 3 repetitions. So we're gonna see after the warm-up how you feel, but personally, my goal will be to do as few burpees as possible. All right, let's see how those burpee complexes look like. You're starting from the standing position, and you do a down and up without a push-up, which basically means that you jump back to the push-up plank, you jump forward and just stand up. No?
Just
jump back again, jump back to the push-up plank, jump forward and just stand up. All right, this is the down and up without the push-up. The second is the regular down and up. You jump down to the bottom of the push-up as you would do in a burpee. You press yourself up, jump forward, stand up. All right, second one. Third one, normal burpee. You jump down, press yourself up, clap. The fourth one, Naya is fighting against the window. So the fourth one, you go down to the bottom of the push-up, press yourself up, and tuck jump. All right, so what we're gonna start with is actually this. I want you guys to go through 3 times of this whole complex, and then we're gonna meet back here to discuss the further warm-up. All right, so 3, nice and easy, just so that you will know what you want to avoid in the workout. All right, 3 repetitions. All right. Good enough.
I'm not wrapping the dumbbell.
This will be 1 penalty for putting that dumbbell or kettlebell down. Hang on to dear life would be my motto for today. Not to mention that actually 3 out of the 4 repetitions of the burpee complex, you actually do a push-up or half a push-up. So I think that will not help the rest of the repetitions in the push presses, push jerks, strict presses. All right. What we're gonna do next is that we are going to go down to our mat and we are going to warm up our shoulders a little bit without the dumbbell first, then with the dumbbell. So just follow along. So sitting down, what I want you to start with is to try to send your shoulder as close as to your ears as possible. Then forward roll slowly. All right, this was one repetition, and what I want you to do is to go 5 times forward, 5 times backwards, and then with the other arm 5 times forward, 5 times backwards. All right, nice and slow. Make sure you feel that you move every inch of your shoulder. All right, I'm waiting a little bit so that if you did it slower, you can catch up. The next one will be that we will move both shoulders at the same time, the same movement that we just did, but you will try to move the right forward and the left backwards at the same time, like this, 5 repetitions each direction. Some coordination issues may come. If we are done with this, we're gonna go down to hands and knees and press ourselves away from the ground and then do the same shoulders, but this time with our hands on the ground. 10 repetitions. And then 10 to the other direction, so back. After this, we are going to sit back on our heels and we are going for shoulder circles with my hand on my shoulder, slowly forward, 10 times, backwards, 10 times, then same deal with the other. All right, the next one will be, we're gonna go to the push-up plank and we are going to do 10 shoulder taps, 5 each side, trying to avoid moving your hips. So push-up plank and just nice and slow, so touch and back, touch, back. This is the tempo. Good. I'm gonna wait another few seconds so that you can catch up if you're a little bit behind. But then we sit back to our heels, and while sitting back, we're gonna move our hands forward and just stretch out a little bit like this. Then hips come up, the same deal, we go down and just hold. All right. First part is done. The next part will be still without the weight. We're gonna go for the slow negative push-ups, which we do quite regularly because I think this is an amazing way to have control in your upper body and shoulder and get stronger, and also to warm up. So you will start from the push-up plank. You will lower yourself for 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and up. And you will repeat this 4 more times. Then you will rest a bit, and we repeat this 2 more times. So 3 times 5 negative push-ups with a push-up. If the pushing up part is hard for you, then what I want you to do is to still do the negative. So 1, 2, 3, then leave the knees on the ground and do a push-up like that. All right, so try to do the negatives in the normal push-up plank as much as you can, but if you need some help from your legs to pressing yourself up, feel free to do it. So 3 times 5 negative push-ups with an actual push-up followed. All right, once that is done for us, we're gonna take a break. We don't rush yet. This is the time when we can take a break without any penalty. So we're gonna use that. All right, we're going for our second set. Good. Another well-earned rest. All right. Third set. Good. So let's talk about the weights a little bit, because we are not in a class environment, so you don't really have options. Maybe you have one equipment or a backpack. What I want you to think about is that if with your weight at home in a rested state, it would be fully unreasonable to do 5 to 10 strict presses with your weight, then consider some scaling option for this. Because if without any prior work you cannot press your weight up 5 to 10 times without a huge problem, then this workout will be super, super long for you. In that case, what I can offer you as a scaling option is to maybe use a backpack, in which case you will lose the rest time of your one arm. So then it will be 40, 40, 40, but with both arms. But if the weight is lighter, then probably that can be an option. Or if the strict presses are really, really not an option for you, what you can do is to change this workout into 60 and 60 push press and push jerk. So you can skip the strict press part if you need to. The idea is to do the strict press first, of course, but if you have a weight that you can barely lift without any momentum, then this workout will lose its purpose and you're going to just do burpees without actually gaining quite a lot of repetition on one arm, because that's our goal, to have volume. All right. If, by the way, you have any questions about this, shoot. But before that, we're gonna do a very similar warm-up that we did already with our last week's, I think it was last week, when we had to do the maximum amount of push presses, I think, with the dumbbell. So we're gonna hold one arm up for now. We won't over complicate it. So we are going to do hold for 20 seconds, then 5 strict presses. Then we're gonna change arm, hold for 20 seconds, 5 strict presses. Third minute, hold for 20 seconds, 5 push presses. Change arm, hold for 20 seconds, 5 push presses. Third interval, which will be actually our 5th minute, hold for 20 seconds, 5 push jerks. Hold for 20 seconds, 5 push jerks. Okay, we're gonna work in an EMOM way. So we're gonna hold and press, which is gonna take somewhere around 25 to 30 seconds. Then we're gonna rest until the end of the minute. Then we're gonna change arm and do the same with our other arm. All right. So get ready with your weights.
It's just your right hand and shoulder.
Turn it on, so you will see the time as well. All right, so get ready. We're gonna start with one arm hold and strict presses after.
Do you need 10 seconds?
Doesn't matter. So starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Keep it close to your ear. Try to keep this part and this part nice and tough. 3, 2, 1, and 5 presses. And put it down and rest. If this was undoable for you, then consider one of the scaling options that I mentioned to you. In 15 seconds, we're gonna go with the same thing, but with your other arm. 5, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, 5 strict presses. And put it down and rest if you're done. It's pretty nice that because of the holds, I think you already can feel some burn. At least I do. So this is the feeling that you need to suck up to avoid the burpees. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and hold with the first arm again. 3, 2, 1, 5 push presses. And put it down. Shake it off. We are going to start the push presses and the hold with the other arm in 5 seconds. 2, 1, and up. 3, 2, 1, 5 push presses. And we have one more set, but we are going to do 5 push jerks this time after the 20-second hold. And then I think we will be good to go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, 5 push jerks. Put it down. And we have our last set now in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and push jerks. All right. Well, I think we quite have an idea how this will feel. What we are going to do now is to rest a bit. I will wait if you have any questions. You can go to the bathroom, grab something to drink, and in about 2 minutes we are going to hit this. In terms of time goals, for me it's pretty hard to predict, because if you can hang on to that dumbbell or kettlebell, this can be a pretty fast workout. If you do sets of 10 the entire way, this can be a pretty long workout. So I'm asking you already now that if you finish the workout, then please comment so that I will know. Hopefully I will sit here already, because I will not put down the dumbbell, but we'll see. Yes, Juju, you're correct. The 3 burpee complexes mean 12 burpee-ish things. So if you are slow, it can easily take 30 to 40, 45 seconds or even more. So that's my idea, is to try to hang on to that dumbbell unless you want to have a burpee workout. today. So once Neo is coming back, we are going to hit this. What I definitely can suggest still is that while I think full send is a great plan on this, don't go too close to failure with one arm, because not only will that arm be too much fatigued, but mentally and from your central nervous system point of view, you will be so exhausted that it will be very, very hard to resist to put the weight down. All right. I will grab a sip of water as well. Yes?
Can I just rest it here?
Yes, as long as you don't put the weight down, you can rest it on your shoulder. If we want to get really, really technical, there was no rule in the workout description which said that you should have a full grip all the time. So if you want to rest like this, that's probably an option. But also, I wouldn't think that this position would help a fatigued shoulder. If you need to put it down, then just put it down, do the burpees, shake it off, and go for another big set. All right. I'm gonna put us into the camera.
It's gonna be 10.
We will have a 10-second countdown. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. We can open, but it's very windy.
Alrighty. There's nothing much else left than to start the workout. So, starting in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. How many? Come on. Use the legs. That's it. Let's go. Nice. Nice work, Georgie. Nice work, Georgie. Full sand is the way. If you guys went full sand and you were successful, you are very close now. If you broke it up, don't worry, just work. You have plenty of time. If you finished in the meantime, just comment. If not, just go for big sets. Try to resist putting it down. It can burn for sure. If you have troubles of lifting the arm, it's an okay feeling. If you work with a kettlebell, you have a tougher job, in my opinion, because of stabilizing it on the shoulders, but just keep working, keep fighting. We are closing in on the 6-minute mark, so just work hard. Nice, Julie, good job. Actually, you could argue that if there is the burpee penalty there, it's really good that you did once at least. So very, very good job with the 10 kilo, and it seemed like a good strategic decision to put it down after the strict presses, because probably that's when you need the most rest. So good job, Julie. We are about 7 minutes in. Just keep fighting for it if you're still working. If you finish, let me know. If you finished and you already commented your score, now just rest. Today I didn't plan too much after this because I think that we should just stretch out a little bit of our shoulders, and if you still need some work, then it's a perfect day to go for a run, for example, if you have to. But if you are working, we are closing in on the 8-minute mark. Just try to finish the burpee complexes quick if you do them. Shake it off, pick up the weight. Try to hold onto it way longer than it's comfortable for you, and you'll be done soon. So just come on, keep working. Nice work, Timmy. Really, really good scaling option. It's from your time. It seems that it was a very, very good choice. You'd get the work in. Good for the 60 push presses, 60 push jerks. So good job. I will still let the clock run, because as I told you guys, this is a very, very different workout if you have a heavier weight. So if you are one of those persons who have a heavier weight and need to put it down, don't worry, you're doing great. Just try to suck it up and finish as soon as possible. Try to make the sets bigger and bigger as the movements get easier, because you can use your legs and hips. So try to hang on to it. Try to keep working. If you guys are close to finishing, just really hang on to that dumbbell or kettlebell, and then try to not send them through your floor, because then maybe your neighbor will not be happy. So try to hang on to it and then try to put it down carefully. We are about 10 minutes in. I will let the clock run for about 1 to 2 more minutes, but if you're still working, don't worry, just finish it. Very good job, Kyle. That's a very hard thing to do with a 16-kilo kettlebell. So I guess you had a few burpee complexes, which is fine. It's still a really good time. So congratulations for that. I will let the clock now until the 12-minute mark. After that, we are going to start stretching. But again, if you are working, just keep working. You can follow along the stretches later. I just want to start the stretching so that all of you who finished already and maybe need to go can also start. But if you're working, then keep working. I guess actually from those of you who commented before, I got all of your scores. But anyway, I will wait another minute. That's it, Judy. And how good it will be to redo it with, like, say, 25 kilo on your barbell, when you can go back and do the exact same thing without letting your arms rest at all. That's gonna be another challenge. Oh, yes. Typical Judy reaction, what we expected. All right, guys. So if you are still with us and you finished working, then in about 30 seconds, move to your yoga mats if you have, and we're gonna stretch a little bit. Otherwise, if you are working, then just finish it. But I think I got all of your scores who were with us in the chat. I'm just gonna double check to make sure. Yes. All right. So guys, let's just slowly move on to our yoga mats. The clock, we will still leave it up. Why not? But first of all, we move the weights as far as possible so that we are not tempted to touch it. And then with our hands and knees, hips high, you push through one arm. Actually, I'm sorry, I will adjust this a little bit so you guys can see everything. So you're going to send through one arm, palms facing down. It's a little bit of rotation. You should feel the outside of your shoulder. And just let's hold this for a bit. All right, then we go to the middle with both arms. Forehead, or if you can, your neck is down. And then we go with the other arm. All right. Then we sit a little bit back. Then we put one elbow up and press down gently with the other. And we change. All right, shake it a little bit off. That's it. If you need to, then feel free to keep stretching, keep working on shoulder mobility if you have to, or if you have the time. If you need to go back to your home office or need to do something else, for example, have lunch, then off you go. Thanks you guys for joining us. It's really, really nice that you keep up doing this, even if you cannot be back at the box, but I hope that I can see you guys in the box as well. But if not, just keep up the good work. You are doing amazing, and have a lovely Wednesday, and see you guys next time.
Ciao.